Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with another kind of sit down video where I'm going to go through some of my eyeshadows. I have these two palettes right here, which are both from Colourpop, and I do really like both of these palettes. However, I feel like I used to have too much eyeshadow, and with these two I don't love every single shade in them. So what I thought I would do today is I will try to downsize these two palettes into one palette. So I want to kind of just go through them and just pick up my favorite shades and create a really nice color story, and then just pop those back into one of these two palettes. So I'm just going to pop all of these out on the table and then we will get started. So here you can see the two palettes popped out, and it's quite funny because in the palettes they actually look quite different, but when you put them out like this they are actually quite similar. So what I think I'm going to start with is I'm going to remove the shades that I definitely know that I don't want. There's not too many of them. It's actually, I think this one I definitely don't want because this is one of those dark kind of browns with a glitter in it. I don't want that in my palette, so I'm going to put that down here. Then when it comes to the other shades, there's not really much that I can kind of jump out of that I don't really want. I know that there's a lot of kind of dark browns, or not browns but purpley shades that are quite similar, so I probably won't keep all of them. So I think what I'm going to start doing is swatching these three, maybe even this shade, just to kind of decide that way. So this one is more of a kind of darker purpley shade. I like that one. I had that in one of my Pan's eyeshadows, which is why I have Pan on it. This one right here is also from that palette, which are quite similar to the other one, to be honest. And then from the She palette we have two shades. We have this one, and then we have this kind of more purpley one, which is right there. So these four are very similar, and to be honest I feel like I only need two of them, and I'm gonna go for kind of the one that's most purpley and then the one that's the most red, because with those two I feel like I will have enough variety in dark shades. So for now I'm gonna keep these two and get rid of these two. So that means these two will preliminarily stay in my new palette. Then again I want to kind of compare this shade and this shade because I feel like they are really similar as well. So I'm just going to swatch them as well. This one is the one from the Element of Surprise palette. It's really pretty. And then this one is the one from the She palette. So they are both stunning. I feel like this one is a bit more red and this one is a bit more orange though, and it's so hard to decide between these. I think for now I prefer the She palette one, which is the more orangey one, and this one will be taken out. That's for now, but then we'll see how the color story goes and if I feel like I want something more purpley or something more orange. So next up, I feel like I have these transition shades right here, and the She palette didn't come with very many transition shades, so I know that I want to keep some more from the Element of Surprise palette, but I do have 3 shades currently, and I feel like if I put it on all of these it will be a lot of mattes and not too many shimmers. So for now I'm just going to kind of swatch them out to see which ones are my favorite, and then the rest I'm going to put in like a maybe pile. So there you have them swatched out, and it's so hard because they are all really beautiful. I feel like I definitely want to keep this one. It's more of a peachy one. I really enjoy this one. And then I feel like I love this one and I also love this one. So for now these will go down. It's really hard because this one is so beautiful as well, and I do feel like I want to keep it, but again if I do that it might be a lot of mattes. So for now this will stay here in a maybe pile, and then we'll come back to it later. Another one that's going into the maybe pile is this shade right here. It's just a matte kind of cream shade. I do like having these in palettes, but if I don't have room for it I won't include it. So this one will go in a maybe pile as well. Then what I will do next is I feel like I will swatch these kind of mid-tone shimmers, because I think I kind of want to compare those first because it's less of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these out. This one is from the Element of Surprise, and this one which is also from that palette. Those two are both stunning. Then we have this one which is from the She palette. And then lastly this one as well, which is also from the She palette. So out of these I definitely have 2 favorites, which is these two right here. I'm 100% going to keep those. They are so stunning. Then this one I don't feel like I want. It's just too kind of dark and I don't reach for these shades too often, so this one can go. And then with this one, it's another one that I really enjoy, but I think for now it will go into the maybe pile until I swatch these lighter shades to see if it's something that I want to keep. So I just had a little think, and I actually think I will make one change in this palette. I feel like I want to change this shade from the She palette with this one, because this one is darker, but I feel like if I mix this one with the dark purple that I have in currently, I can kind of create this shade. So I'm gonna switch those out, and I don't reach for these dark shades that often, so this can go as well. So I have 8 shades in the palette currently, and I have a few more to go through. So I'm just gonna go and swatch these lighter shades to see if I want to keep any of them and which ones I want to declutter. So here you have those swatched out, and I feel like there's some duplicates right here. So these two I feel like are both quite similar, and I prefer this one, so this one can go, and then this one will stay. Then again, I feel like this one and this one is quite similar as well, and it's quite, I can't really decide which one I want to keep for now. I think this one draws me in more, so we'll put this here, but then I will put this kind of above it just so we can compare later on to see which one I want to keep. With these two, I feel like they're both pretty, but I feel like with this one it's just kind of lacking something, so I will put this down here for now. This one is a really unique kind of pink shifting shade, so I do want to keep that to have in the corners and stuff, and I think that's what I will do for now. So I currently have 11 shadows in the new kind of palette, so I only have room for one more, which is a bit unfortunate. I feel like with these two I will reach for this kind of shade more, but this is really unique in my collection. But I just feel like this is something that I honestly will reach for more, so I will keep that one and put this one here. So what I will do now is I will just go ahead and swatch the color story that we have to see if I like it or if I want to change anything. So I did swatch everything out, and this is kind of the color palette that we have. Looking at it, I feel like there's a few things that I want to change. I feel like there's a lot of mid-tone kind of pinky peachy shades that are in the middle, and it's just really hard to decide which ones I want to keep. No matter how much I like this kind of peachy shade right here, I just feel like it's repetitive, because I feel like if I mix like this one and this one or this one and this one, I can create a similar shade. So I think this one will have to go, and instead I do want to put this cream shade in, because I feel like I just need something kind of lighter, and with that I can even mix it with these darker shades to create a new transition shade. And then also with this shade, I feel like there's a lot of mid-tone kind of pinks, so I feel like I do want to take this one out, as well as this one, because yeah, I just feel like it's kind of the same tone, but I do want to get this one back in because I swatched this and I really love it, so I want to get that one back in. So here we have the new color story swatched out, and I really enjoy how it turned out. I think I'm quite happy with what it looks like right now. The only shade that I'm kind of debating is actually this one. Looking back at it, I might actually take that one out, which is this one right here, and bring in that transition shade again. I actually think that's what I'm gonna do, because I do love that transition shade and I do want to keep it in my collection, so I am gonna bring that back in. And there you have the new color story with the transition shade swatched out. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. So I'm gonna pop this into the palette in a second, but I just quickly want to go through these shades that I am decluttering down here, because I feel like I might want to keep one or two of them. I think I actually want to keep this pink one, and I'm just gonna pop that in a C palette because I really like it and it's quite unique, like I said, in my collection, so I think this one will stay. I am also missing a purplish shade in my C palette, so I might actually take these two shades right here and franken together and press that into a pan, and if that turns out well, I might keep that. I might actually mix this one in as well, so I will put these three into one eyeshadow and just keep in my C palette. This one I know for sure I'm not going to keep. This one the same. I feel like this one too. With these ones, is there anything I want to keep? I do like them, but this one I don't love, so that one can go. And I'm debating if I should make a Franken out of these two as well, because I do like them. So I'll just try that out to see how it turns out, and if it's unique in my collection I might keep that, otherwise that one will be decluttered as well. And then with these two, I feel like I have these colors elsewhere, so these two can go as well. So that means I'm going to declutter 6 eyeshadows completely. This one will stay, and these one will become 1, and so will these. So that will be another 3 shades going. So in total I will declutter about 9 shades, but then obviously I will have kind of more amount in the new shades. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to kind of figure out how I want these to be laid out, and I'm going to pop in a palette and show you what it looks like. So there you guys, you have it. This is my new palette. I really like how it turned out, and I just feel like I will get more use out of this one now. I decided to pop it into the Femme Rosa palette because I do prefer this one. I think it's prettier than the Element of Surprise, but yeah, that's just what I decided to do. So this is my new palette, and yeah, I'm excited to start using it. And these right here are the shades that I'm gonna declutter right now out of my collection. I might try to see if my mom wants this, although it's not a complete palette, but we'll see. That is the first one, and these right here are kind of the ones that will Franken or just kind of put into other things. So this one will go straight into my C palette, and these will be Franken as well as these right here. So that is it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and otherwise I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!